Right, hi everyone. Just foremost, I did a recent video where I did a full apology to someone. I did reveal that I can actually sing due to the video itself reading from a song that I'm not overly familiar with. Anyway, I am, but I can't do it straight off from memory, and it wasn't the full song, I don't believe. Even though I felt I sang reasonably well, it wasn't to my best ability. I know I can do better, so there's that. But yeah, I do apologise for breaking down. It's not necessarily 100% fact. It's just considering how bad my health has been since 2018, that of course I'm getting more and more worried about things. But so I do apologize about that. But really, what I wanted to do is do a quick video. I'm not sure if it's going to be quick, but basically just a quick explanation about the reasons why I had to walk away last year and only do the odd video. At the time, I wasn't feeling too great anyway, even though my health was better than only by a little bit. I did have problems with bad neighbours. I've got a dog. I do pick up, but I had one that literally gave me 30 seconds. I didn't move away. I was actually about to get the bag. Are you going to pick that up? You've been 30 seconds. I'm sure you're not going to bother. And I'm thinking, seriously, I was going to pick up. I'm a responsible dog owner. So I did pick it up because I was picking up. And then there was the another incident which I'm looking back and I can laugh at. And the dog pulled me over to spit a green. Okay, at certain times of the year, they put a little bit of tape round it and say to a certain time you can't get on it. Fair enough. There are bulbs going, so there are flowers going. She goes over to go poop. I don't like it happening, but if they literally pull you over, there isn't much you can do. And then they go, you've got to pick it up. I picked it up pretty much straight away. So I got this person right outside. It's another flat. Fair enough. I don't like going around near these flats anyway because of people like this. And basically, I was there, and all I got from this person, I'll make it slightly more polite. F off, F off, F off. So I literally, to be honest, I thought, no, I can't do it like the past. I've been walked all over. I haven't said nothing. I'm gonna hit back. So I said it back. And then one said it should stop. It said no. There's flowers there. I can see the sunny side of it because fair enough if they were still growing. The only thing is, because I'm a fully qualified basic gardener, he didn't know that. I knew they were dying away. I knew it was absolutely safe to go on there. There was no flowers that were dying back. All it would have affected was the stuff that was dying, that some people, I think, do pull out afterwards. Anyway, I'm not sure on that. But because the bulbs are a little bit deeper, I knew, unless I was digging and the dog was digging, it would absolutely do no harm. So I had all that, being a qualified gardener, knowing I'd be absolutely safe doing so. I had that, and there's constant stuff with just the occasional person that gets a bit funny with people walking all over it. Nobody walks across it anymore because the harassment that a few people do give. To be honest, I'm in the feelings of that. Okay, they keep on about this. They shouldn't do it when we were okay to do so. But the solution I find, even though it's not it shouldn't happen, is that there should be built a little bit of fencing, and the only persons that could go across it is obviously the council and the people that have been nominated, the gardeners, and that's it. Also a sign, keep off the grass and stuff like that. I'll be fine with, but as it stands, I feel a bit annoyed with the odd person that does it. I even had this year, even though this ain't a part of why I left, where I had the same again. I literally had 30 seconds. I looked in my pockets. Oh, damn it. I forgot to take it. So what I did, I stepped actually away. Didn't leave it. And I was looking for a bag. First thing you do, in a hedge or anywhere nearby, there could be a loose bag. Even if it's a crisp packet, it might be just enough to get it done. I couldn't see anything. So I was just about to go over to sort out the leaves and put it in the bin. I have someone shout out to me again, are you going to pick that up? And I'm thinking, have you got something better to do? This is somebody that actually has in the past run and raved and told everyone to F off for no reason. And I thought, seriously, that time I really had a go. I said, I'm going to speak to the council and stuff like that because I've had enough. It was really out of order. And I still feel it is. And there's been quite a few that way. And I even had one where, because I always pick up, and I know it's nearby a block of flats. Can you mind if you take your dog elsewhere and stuff like that, and gets funny and quite nasty with it. I had a big falling out because I really had a go at this woman because I heard her get quite nasty and unpleasant, and so saying somebody's took their dog out just outside and is letting them foul the area, but I'm cleaning up. I've been told by the council that I can do this freely so long as you pick up. And I had all that. The worst thing is, this person was a dog owner and was pretty much letting the dog foul with a bit of grass right where I live anyway. So it's still a really bit hypocritical, but it was really upsetting for me because, that sort of thing is bad. And sometimes I feel when I'm out, not often, but sometimes people sit there in the shadows watching you, and sometimes you might hear the snarky comment and something like that. So that had a big effect on my mental health, which contributed to me wanting to really slow down with YouTube and possibly quit. Also, with stress and strain as well, I got a family member that is really ill, really bad, in and out of hospital and stuff. So I got that. So with my at home, my mum's in a wheelchair. She's got osteoporosis. There's possibly Parkinsonism, even though there's been questions about it because of the shakes. There is some short-term memory problems, and to be honest, even though she denies it, I think there's a little bit of confusion setting in as well. Her going blind is scary. I didn't know at the time, but basically she's very ill. My father does a lot anyway, but he's only got one leg. And of course I've got a dog. So that's quite difficult, as well as a load of other things to do with family members and stuff like that, and just other things. that really was a big toll on me, as well as my own physical health. Still getting over the fact that after almost 40 years, I had not one but two epileptic fits. I know I was watching Ready Player One, but I've watched these things before with no ill effects. Never ill effects. I could watch it, so that might have been the cause, but other than that, I'm not sure. And I think what a lot of people don't know is, because it's happened to me when I was eight years old. When I had that fit, my heart stopped. So I actually did die. Physically, I was dead for about a minute. My heart was restarted. They told me on the day, you don't tell someone on the day after that because it won't go in. It did go in, but it took me some months before it went in. And, it upsetted me that happened. I had one during the day, and I was particularly ill. I was a little bit sick, and I could feel it with the brain. I can't explain it. So yeah, I was in a bad state with that, and I'm visibly and physically upset over it because it's not just dying once; it's dying twice. So I don't know how I'm still here to die twice. Maybe it's sort of like a Bill and Ted thing. He keeps challenging me to certain games. I keep winning, so I get sent back. I'm only joking, but you know what I mean. I'm thinking, seriously, you want me back here? But honestly, I had all that stuff. Because I live at home, there is a bit of restrictions with going out and about. My mum's a bit with that stuff as well, even though she says no. Yeah, there are definitely problems there that can be a bit restricted for me, a little bit hard. She was technically, wanting to know where I'm going, what time I'll be back. A lot of typical mothers do it, but it can be a little bit harder for me considering I'm almost 50 and I'm getting to a point where I'm a little bit nervous about doing anything, and when the others were home, I could go out when I want and do what I want because other people were there. Now it's pretty much only me and a dog. So I had all that. So it was mounting mental health issues, even concerned about eventually getting back into work and everything else, mental health wasn't too great. It's worse now. Basically, by the end of the day, with absolutely everything, I had to make a decision to not make much in the way of videos. I popped up now and then, but I removed a lot of stress by just concentrating on other things rather than making videos. Because at one time, at the top of it, I made about 4 to 6 videos a month, which was a lot. And I'm not the most professional in the world. My channel's always been mediocre, maybe a little out of focus at times, but I did produce mostly the miniature side of things. Occasionally I might do something on role playing, but I've never claimed to do reviews. I do not know how to do them properly. I do not know how to present them properly. So when I do something, I call them a look at video. In other words, my initial impression of the RPG, to any artwork and the way it's presented, and if I have read some stuff, I might give initial feelings on it. I might have with the Lone Wolf. I know one person didn't like it because I did thumbs up and he said it was 10 out of 10. It probably wasn't 10 out of 10, but I was really impressed with the quality design and everything, and just the way the approach was nice. The downside is I did feel the adventures in there was a little bit too linear, and some of it, seeing you've got to you want to run it, was a little bit too wordy, where you're reading out a lot of text. So yeah, I've done those. So I've done a lot of the videos to do with depression, do with the things going around me. So I've done them. I've always been honest with the way I feel and my battle with depression. So yeah, I have been in pretty much a bad way for some time. So I had to take the necessary break. I'm hoping to coming back at some point. As I say, I really don't want to be as amateurish as I have been. I want to do better presentation, be able to learn how to do a review much better than I am being able to do at the time. I know I got to edit my videos a bit more. I want to get some YouTube equipment, so I'm not doing this. So some of the things I could do hands free. I want things a little bit better, but not being the Blackjack Legacy, which is actually there. He's great. He's wonderful. His stuff is wonderful. You know, the way he presents himself, the way he talks about stuff is overall fair. You might have a nickel now and then, but overall is fair, and he's great. But he, to me, is top end. He wants this as a business. It's important he gets to the high end with professionalism. I'm never aiming for that. I am aiming more for the middle ground. I don't want to come across as too amateurish, but I'm not bothered about always getting it perfect and really, really professional. But I'm aware that videos over the years could be better, and some videos I think could have done better. I know that somebody did not like my Dungeon Crawl Classics video because I was gone about the artwork and a little bit in the presentation, but it was never about the rules. It was not a review. I'm very strict on it. It was never ever about the review. So I just felt on that occasion the person who criticised was being a little unfair, because that video was never about the rules themselves. I wanted to properly have I've still got to reread the rules, properly read the rules, and to be able to one day do a review on how I feel. The only thing I did not like, that in a way the font was good, it was big, but the book, it made the book so big you can literally use it as a weapon and literally kill someone with it. It was just, I felt the book was just too big, but nice old school presentation, everything else like that. So yeah, I did like that, but yeah, I want to do better videos. Now the cat's out of the bag, so with my that I can sing. I'm gonna try a few more. I'm gonna get some better. I've got some microphone and that, but I want the one with, that you can hold in your hands. So I'm gonna try to get that. I'm going to try to get it to such a point that I can get to sing at my best. Because what I do with that is I'll put on a music video. I would listen to it and I'll repeat the words after they say it, to help me learn. But one day I want to sing it without having to read. So that's my plan now. People know I can literally do something that hardly anybody think they do, that I could. Thought I would sing, I is a really bad singer. But no, I'm not like that. So yeah, I want to do that. There's plenty of plans for next year for the some RPG stuff and a lot of miniature and wargaming stuff that I need to cover that haven't been covered yet. So I've got all that to look forward to. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the future. And I'm sorry this is a long one, but I think I need to get everything out the way. So I'm looking forward to that. Just quickly on this year has been particularly tough for me, a lot harder than I've let on, because I was okay for the first part of the year. I was able to see one of my friends and see some local friends quite regularly. One morning, I get up and my balance is gone. So of course I thought it was an ear infection, and I did have a letter saying that they thought that could be the case, but it wasn't because I had the medication for it. I actually waited an extra 2 weeks. I contacted a doctor. The doctor saw me, and the end result was you must go to hospital because I believe you had a stroke of the cerebellum. I had the tests, the scans and everything, and loads of blood tests. They couldn't figure out what it was, but it wasn't that. And still to this day, other than maybe linking it to diabetes, they do not know what it was. And it also meant that I couldn't even paint for two months. I was wobbling all over the place like I was drunk, so it meant that when I go into pubs, people automatically thought I was pissed. And it got to such a state I could have 2 free drinks and then I'm refused to any more drinks. It took a while for this pub to realise it was my illness. So that was really upsetting for me, that people were thinking that I was drunk, that I was an alcoholic, and I really, really wasn't. It wasn't that at all. It was, yet again, my health being terribly bad, seriously ill, and that happening. So that's twice I've been misdiagnosed. The first one, as people know, I was diagnosed cancer of lymph nodes. 97% sir will give you the chemo, and a look as if now he'd be dead within the year. And it wasn't. It was sarcoidosis, so which I've done the video so people could know what that is, and they can do much more research. So I've now had this, and it seems to be really seriously ill. A year that I might be able to recovery, seriously ill again. A year that I can do recovery, seriously ill again. It's the reason why that I've been thinking lately that because of how ill I even am now, that reason why I got upset, because of my health. I'm feeling, and this ain't bad, I'm just feeling that maybe this next decade might be my last, because I'm feeling every time I get seriously ill, I'm getting weaker. My body can only take so much, and then that really could be it. So I might be able to go for another few times, and then there could be a time something happens, I don't know what, that'll be it, and I won't recover. And that's what I've been worried about. That's the reason why I've been much more depressed. This last week I broke down twice. One because I'm starting CBT, which is a good thing. It's 1-to-1, so that's better. I had to say something to do with a certain situation, which I've still got to get more advice on. So many few people know what's going on. It's a really hard, horrible situation I'm in. I cannot even say properly publicly, but there are bits and pieces I've said about things to do with someone and things like that in the past. It's just been stretching on for a very long time anyway. But because, and this is as far as I can go, is because of what was said to me. You know, I'm now at a point where I'm not just worried, but extremely worried. And I just need time to have a think, get the advice in. I've got CBT anyway, so that they've given me advice. And then if I feel that I really got to do it, I've got to take the next step and try to get some help, even if I never see this person ever again. And this person thinks I should be an enemy. I'm no enemy, because I'm the only one that really wants the best for this person and wants them safe. That's it. And I really can't go beyond anymore with that. So I've had all this. Also, I know I've got to finish. This is an extra long one. I really do apologise. I hope somebody's actually stayed to the end. Have a break, obviously, at times when the long ones. But yeah, it has been really heavy for me. Definitely this year. Literally Wednesday, I had a letter after taking some blood tests. My bloods went from 57 to 68. That's not good, but also I'm fighting with my family and telling my family we need drastic changes in the diet. They've been the same way with the diet for 50 years. My father is now diabetic. They're starting to change, but it's like such an uphill struggle to do with my health. Look, if we don't change this, my health is going to be worse, and you never know what will happen. And I think it's getting through, but it's slow. It's very frustrating for me, and it's not fully their fault. Now and then I might have a sweet product or something that maybe I shouldn't have, but it's actually not regular. I do like the odd wine gums, and I may just once in a while, not too often because I've done it recently, so I've got to wait a couple of weeks because Christmas, then I might let go a bit, have a bar of chocolate. But other than a few drinks, that's basically it for me. I do not do much, but having the iron deficiency as well hit me hard. I tried to contact the doctors, and having a situation, I don't know if I said it in the video, where I've got a dog. I literally have from 8:30 to 9:30 to get a call in, to go in and make the appointment, then they're all gone. I've got a dog. I had laughter, which I'm still very upset about, to the person behind it, because it says, surely you'll be able to sort some out. You only got a dog. If you're dog owners, true dog owners, you understand, is my dog has got anxiety issues because of what happened with the firework. It just means I've got to deal with it, take her out a few times. Once that's sorted, I can sort out the rest of things, and actually get appointments and stuff like that. When I phoned up, I had all that, and then they tried to do me consult. So I went for it all. There's all the common illnesses and stuff like that. I'm not under that. So I was able to put a load of information in to hopefully get some help. So I went through it all, said what was happening, went through the whole lot. And because of the information I gave, you must have a one-to-one appointment. And I'm thinking, seriously, Why do you think I filled this out for the one-to-one appointment? Because I have got no other choice. So I rate eConsult. I've been unfair at 1. I would give it 2 because if you got the general conditions and stuff, it probably doesn't work. But it really doesn't work for me. It's a waste of time, and I think it needs a lot of work personally. But I really am feeling the doctors are letting me down. My physical health and mental health has got worse. It's got worse since this, and now my suicidal thoughts have increased because I really don't. I think they do care, but it's the management and stuff. And I'm thinking maybe there's this carelessness attitude. Oh, he's on the phone. God, we've got to get rid of him quickly. Let's pop him off and stuff like that, and act like we're professional. And maybe hang up. Oh no, we got problems. The phone they probably have, but it goes through you. Are they hanging up? I don't know. So I feel my doctor's surgery is heavily letting me down, and I feel I'm not getting the help I need, which I desperately need. And now they make me worse with my mental health. So shame on them for it. And keep saying that I know this happens, that there are underfunding, staffing problems and that, but surely certain people like me that are more seriously ill should be able to contact the doctor rather than hitting a brick wall every time. Maybe I should get Ethan Hawke and the Mission Impossible team to actually get involved, even though they're fiction, because if it's something like that, I might succeed. Other than that, I don't think I will. So I'm at a point where, should I really carry on? I've got to carry on with the doctors, but I feel like just unregistrating and stuff like that. And I looked, and all the doctors are in the same way. So hopefully they can turn it around, because it sounds like since the pandemic, doctor surgeries have gotten a hell of a lot worse. For me personally, I think because of the situation, they might even be costing some people's lives. But I've been really upset with that. So all that and something, and breaking down twice this week, almost breaking down tonight. I am seriously in bad shape, and me thinking of suicide is increasing, and I can't help it. I can't bloody help it, and I'm not getting the help that I so desperately want. It's a bit heartless. What can I do? So yeah, breaking down again. I'm sorry. It's really tough on me. All this is such a huge weight on me, and I'm not getting the appropriate help in my health that I desperately need. Are they going to wait until I have my first heart attack or something, or go in a coma? I do not know. I don't know what to do. They're probably overall having problems, and they're trying to sort it out, and they probably are decent, but it's just my feelings on it. So I've had all this and a whole lot more that, family stuff and that I can't even talk about. So I'm in seriously bad shape, mentally and physically. I'm taking iron tablets. Hopefully that will sort things out, and because there's not much colour in my face, I've been told. And over a year ago, I could get up, stay awake all day, and have a reasonable amount of energy. But by even late morning, early afternoon, I'm getting fatigued. I'm getting tired. I need to have a nap. I need to sleep. So I have to maybe half hour, it could be an hour or two, then sleep. And then comes the night. A lot of the time I can't get sleep till 2. And then usually I wake up between 9:30, sometimes a little bit later. Today it was just gone 10, which happens now and then. I shouldn't really worry considering my situation. So yeah, I'm doing my best. I really am. I know this is my longest vid. I do apologise, but I needed to do it. I mean, things are pretty desperate, and to be honest, all I have been asking, and I will say this on here, bloody hell, help me! Stop bloody doing this with the bloody phones and that, and treating me like dirt, which I was today. I've really felt it. Bloody help! And stop pretending that stuff that really can be sorted out, and you can do. I definitely can do better, no matter what the situation. They can definitely do better. But it's just me at the moment. It's not that. It's just the way I'm feeling now off steam. So I do apologise if I feel like I'm, criticising, really heavily criticising. It's just the way I've been treated. It's not really very fair. And at one time, I was literally having monthly phone calls and they were phoning me. But that has stopped now, so I haven't even spoken to my doctor in months because of the difficulties I've been having. So yeah, it's not great. So yeah, too much happening around me. Honestly, I will be okay. I'll be switching off soon. Sorry it's extra long. Next year I'm planning to get back running RPGs. First time in 5 years. I couldn't help the lockdowns and everything else. Hopefully I can play and run more wargaming and play new different games. I want to play Legion. I don't know how to fully play it yet. I hope to take one day to play it because I've got the starter set really well painted, and I like to do. I can't remember if I did the video for it. Somebody do a fresh one. There's loads of other videos that I would love to do at some point, so I will get round to doing it. But it's only when I'm feeling better, so I might take more time out, take my time, get out more, join a gym, have walks, have coffees and stuff like that, and try to get myself in a better frame of mind, see friends and do things like that. But at the moment, I am desperately ill. But I'm gonna do my best to overcome this. Definitely. And there was this I keep saying to go through hell, keep going, but Sylvester Stallone said something in one of the Rocky films about whenever you get knocked down, stand back up. Do not ever quit, ever, no matter what. Stand back up, dust yourself down, and try to carry on, try to fight, even if you're crawling on your stomach and barely moving. At least you're not quitting. And I'm very nearly on my stomach. So I'm going to do my hardest, my real hardest to get things sorted out and get myself physically and mentally better. I've got great, wonderful friends, so thank you for sticking by me. The ones that can, there are others that can't because they're busy, they've got their own lives, understandable, and some of them feel live far away. Some friends I haven't met that live in America, that actually, some of them have been better in some ways, and a few friends are still friends that live in Bristol. But that's not anything against the people that live in Bristol. I'm just saying that, there is a bit of a difference. But it doesn't mean you're any less of a person or any worse of a person. Just saying that that was the case for me. So, yeah, I will honestly be all right. I'm gonna have a drink. I'm going to settle down, watch a film, some a little bit uplifting because of how bad I've been. This has been the very worst I've been in a very long time. Please try not to worry about me breaking down and that. I mean, a real bad situation, but with family and friends that give a damn about me, because I know some people do. I can turn things around. Maybe even once I'm out of this, be able to turn things around in my head to do with the situations, to do with the surgeries and doctor surgeries and that. Cause the doctors are fine. It's just the management around them and the way things are. And I know it's underfunding and all sorts, but you know, it does give you that feeling, like I said, and you can't help it when you're this ill and you feel like there's no point. So yeah, yeah, I will definitely get things sorted. I will keep people posted. Thank you for carrying on with this video. I know it's my longest one, almost. I do have another one that's over 25 minutes. That's my most proudest one, even though it could have been longer. But please bear with me. I am fighting the good fight. I'm doing my utmost best. Even though it's getting harder and harder now, I am going to have a holiday soon. I'm planning on a camping trip. I'm planning on little times out. I'm trying to get to Google. I don't know where that came from. Bristol Geek Out, because when the grand opening is on my birthday, which I was in hospital, so I really want to get there because I really want to maybe go there more because there's a cafe, but they do not have their menu. All I say, great website, guys, but do me a favour, just add the menu so we can see the menu so I can know what food you've got. Honestly, other than that, your website is really wonderful. I want to know how much it is for a coffee or tea. What is the price of some of your food? It should be on the website, not having to go in, because you know, not everyone can find it so easy to get in. I can't, but I'm going to try next week. So yeah, that's it. Sorry about the breakdown. Sorry about, you know, the way I've come across on this vid. I've had to let off a lot of steam, and maybe by doing this I'd feel a lot better than I have been. I really thought this video needed to be made. It's been done. I should be absolutely fine. I just need more time away from here, more time focusing on what matters and getting myself feeling a lot better than I am at the moment. But just give me a couple of weeks and hopefully I can turn things around. But thank you for everyone that's watching, everyone that's supporting me. It's still a very long, hard road, but hopefully by this time next year I could make a video that is completely the opposite and I could be happy and smiling rather than breaking down on a video, which has now happened twice. So yeah, sorry about that. Sorry for offence. Sorry, you know, even down through the years, if there's been any inappropriate stuff or anything that people are unhappy about, I really do apologise. If you do criticise for to do with anything, sort of like paintbrushes, which I dipped in, they said you shouldn't do it like that. It was not paintbrush. If you're going to do that, do it constructively and say, no, you do it like this, and actually show me how it's done, or show me the right way, or what is the truth if I get things wrong. Don't criticise me or tell me off, and that is it. You literally say what is wrong, and go from there. You know, a bit of a shit sandwich. You can do it that way, but not. You don't do it wrong by just telling someone off, because I feel that's wrong. But anyway, I've whittled on for 45 minutes. Literally, thanks for everything. I will be fine. I can listen to some music and stuff and a few bits and pieces, and I'll be fine. I will see you in the next set. Don't know when it will be, but hopefully I'll be feeling much better, and I'll still be making videos anyway, and I will be fine, so don't worry, I'm not going to do anything silly tonight or ever. It's just physically I'm feeling pretty terrible. But anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time.